Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome if you are new. So today the Lord has a word to share, a very important word to share. I'm just going to get right into it. So the title of this word is called What God Revealed to Me About the Mark of the Beast. Okay, so the first thing he said was it's going to be like an exam number, the way they have it on their foreheads. That's the number they're going to be known by, not their names anymore. Okay. God showed me a vision of a hashtag number. He reveals to me that the people are going to be known as a number instead of their name when they want to buy things or when they want to do anything in the economy. And in brackets I have Babylonia. Okay, I'm just being led to just read it. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. The next thing then he gave me was Revelation 13:16, which says, and the second beast required all people, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive the mark on their right hand or on their forehead. Then he said this mark is going to be their name. So instead of your name, whatever your first name is, okay, it's going to be the number. It is what they are going to go by, and people will be so used to it that it will become common knowledge to them. Then he said, you know the way people, and in brackets students, get so used to stating their exam number that they just know it and are able to recite it. That's what it will be like in the shops and in all public economy systems. Public dealings, in brackets, public dealings, and anything to do with the Babylonian system. Okay? So the students here refer to, like, for example, leaving certain junior cert students, because in Ireland anyway, because they get an exam number instead of their name. I'm going to keep going. So then he said, they will receive a mark on their right hand. This will be equal to their identity. He, in brackets, evil one, okay, close brackets, will be able to scan, and in bracket again, and those working for him, so those, the agents of the devil, okay, close bracket, the people's mark, to find out who they are, what they do, how they live, and in brackets, social status, meaning their income levels and everything that comes along with that, aka if they're in debt, what their taxes are like, everything about them, from their occupation, family, blood type, bank details, location, how many and what jabs as an injection, okay, jabs they received. They won't need a cert, okay, like a COVID certificate. All they need to know will be in that mark. It will be what they are identified as. Their names given at birth will become irrespective and won't matter. Everyone's hashtag will be unique, with all the information provided with a scan, like a thermometer. For the forehead scanning, your hand for the hand. It's already in place in plain sight. It all comes from a hashtag. Your wealth, if you have enough credits to enter a shop to buy food, to pay bills in store. Some people do that today. When you go to the bar, or in brackets the pub, it's all being recorded, and they will have the right to refuse you access if your social bar / credits aren't high enough. They simply won't let you in no matter how hard you try to ask. They will refuse you. It all depends on the money you have and your credit history, if you have a good rating or not. If you do not have enough credit score, wealth, or money in general, they will be able to see that and refuse / deny you access, no matter how hungry you are. Human rights will be abolished, won't even come into the question. In other words, if you don't meet the mark, no pun intended, you lose, meaning you die by them showing you no mercy, or you go without. You won't be allowed into shops, refused access, okay? The hashtag is going to be like an exam number. Each individual student recited it in an exam, and it identifies their seat in an exam center. It is their name on an exam sheet. This is like explaining what an exam number is and why is it there. And in oral exams. Back to what the exam number is. It is how they identify and introduce themselves. This is going to be like that. Like Daniel didn't accept the name he was given. The new world system will try to impose a number for everyone who will accept the mark of him. Him meaning, in the brackets, yes, Satan. This mark will identify you. If you won't accept the mark of the beast, you will be tortured and killed if they find you. And then the Lord said, run from them, run from them, run from them. This is a warning. It will be like COVID, how they will implement it. The scanning of the foreheads, you will have to scan your forehead or your arm to receive or obtain a product. You will not be allowed to enter shops unless you have a code. You will not be allowed to enter shops unless you have a code, aka a hashtag. To make the payment, it would be so easy to trick people thinking it's simplicity, when in reality, it's monitoring you, getting/receiving your information, marketing, as in your transactions, dealings you do in a shop, not marketing like we do today, like, media marketing, like ads and finding out what's the most popular product to buy. Also, marketing can mean, like marketing like we do today can mean knowing what you have in the bank with each transaction, with every time you scan a credit card. What do you mean by each transaction? Okay, they won't tell you that they're doing this though. You will have to scan your forehead in shops, to walk down the aisles, to shop in supermarkets, to open the fridge door. They will be able to scan you beforehand and refuse you to open it if you haven't got the mark of the beast, meaning you go hungry. You won't be able to buy food, a meal, dinners, even ready-made food if you don't have the mark. It won't be allowed. You won't be able to do anything without the mark of the beast. You won't be able to go on holiday. You won't be able to go to doctors or hospital to visit or even for an appointment. If you do not have the mark of the beast, you won't be able to send your children to school or college unless they have the mark. You won't be able to go to a financial institution unless you have the mark. You won't be able to do everyday things like going to a public establishment, and in brackets these buildings, close bracket, unless you have the mark. You won't need a credit card or identity card, for example, a driving license, a passport, a PPS, or the cards taken in your country for identification. It won't be accepted. No cards will be accepted for payments or otherwise. You won't be able to go anywhere, like on holidays, to the beaches. They will all be monitored. You won't be able to buy a simple bottle of water to cure the thirst unless you have the mark. You won't be able to get a dinner out unless you have the mark. You won't be able to do anything. You won't be able and will be prohibited from going to the cinema, or in brackets is movies. You won't be able to go clothes shopping, to the mall, simple little things they will stop you from doing. There will be tight security, and then I saw a vision of a police officer and a police dog on a leash in a mall. The parks and public areas will be monitored. Everywhere will be monitored. Every public place to make sure that you have the mark. But it won't seem as that. It will be seen as a mandatory compliance. Okay, and I saw a vision of a security thing by a gate where you have to scan your forehead or arm for the gate to open. Okay, some buildings won't let you enter unless you can scan your arm or head to gain access. Amusement parks, social amenities will not let you in unless you have the mark. Deny you access no matter how much you offer to pay. Team players will need to be checked. You won't be allowed to play on a team sport unless you have the mark. You won't be allowed to go to the salon/beauticians unless you have the mark. You won't be able to go for a walk in public, whether it's along the road or otherwise, unless you have the mark. They will be able to monitor you, and that's it.